When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow.
Okay, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the newly named Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, set, wait, 20! Check, walk to the foot.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
First down, Denver.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the curl, 72. Right there, 54, right there, 50. Hey, orbit. That's track.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, He's honing in on his...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
To throw is Brady. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Ready? You're set, ready? Great. Ready?
Newton on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They run with Hines. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Hines. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
We're scoreless after one. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Newton got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
To the set. Look at it.
Mike is 59.
Gun.
Right here.
Bang. Look at it.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now on 2nd and 13, Newton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 1st downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Wait, set, ready?
Mike 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Wait for the end.
Throwing again. Brady. And Graham's got it over the middle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On third down, Brady. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They'll run on first down. Hines. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Newton, quick slant, caught by Moore. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Newton.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on fourth down last year, and they're going here. On fourth down, Newton. That's to his running back, complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Again, Newton on the move to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Cam Newton, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And the This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw again on second down. Brady, throw left side, complete. It's Grant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun now for Brady. He is going to find Hill here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Hill, the intended receiver once again, but it's going to be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Take it.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike. Check it, reload.
The final shot before half for Brady. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it.
A 49-yard attempt.
And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Right at the 8. Hey, let's get them home.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mike, hey, 10, 53. Mike, 5-4. Let's go, G. Let's go. Alert. 54. Go. 54. Alert.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Grant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. To throw, it's Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Wait, that Alabama, 380. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm going to run you over.
Brady now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Brady. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So now here comes the field goal unit again, and this phase of the game has been an absolute disaster so far. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash, and this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, I don't know too much about the mind of a kicker, but I think, Charles, it's fair to say he needed that one.
The confidence has still got to be shattered, but you never know when he's going to be called on for the big one. So you got to keep running him out there and just hope that he straightens things out.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set. Step 180. 59. Stay with your man.
Now Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Newton. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Graham Gano on for the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will get the lead up to 14. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Wait, 29. Alpha.
Go. Go.
Rip.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Adrian Claiborne picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Check it, reload.
Mike 5-4. Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Down to lose 1. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Brady. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, it's Brady. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Brady, 180.
Mike 59. I smell fear in that offense.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Wait, that wide 80.
Mike 54. There's a party now.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's letting it fly. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The first play of the 2nd half. A big success, over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20.
Mike's 5-4. Hey, come on up, come on up. Slip.
He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
At the Chargers' 5-yard line.
Wait, 10. 29. Alpha. I'm coming.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, wahoo! Check, check, block 54, block 54. Sugar, sugar! Shoot!
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
No, 66. Hey, exit.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Coming. Mike 54. Mike 54. In your face.
Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
What we got? 54, Mike.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wait in. 180.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go. Here we go.
8. Off.
Mike 50.
Newton to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Newton now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Dancing to his left. Quick slant, caught by Moore. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Mike, wait 10, wait 20, 55.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Go Bandit.
55, Mike, 55.
72.
One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your